Okay. Hey guys. I wanted to give a read aloud online, so I thought I'd make this video for you guys. My friends by now know that when we finish a story, Mrs. Merriman uses her story wands to ask our comprehension questions. For example, I might say to a friend, bippity boppity boo, and tap them on the head and say, what was the story about? And they have to answer the question. We have several questions that we answer after every story in no certain order. What was the story about? Who was in the story? How did the story end? What will happen next? What was your favorite part? And who is your favorite character from the story? So with that in mind, I'm going to read When I Grow Up. We've been getting to know each other a lot better lately, and many of our friends have shared what they wanted to be when they grew up. So I thought this would be appropriate for us to read today. And each day we go over habits of good readers, because we want to be building those good habits right now. So habits of a good reader for the beginning part of this year is to take a sneak peek at the book. You want to look at the cover, maybe flip through the first few pages. And we've been learning the big word for an educated guess. We want to make a hypothesis. So when the story's over, we'll see, were we right? Did something different happen completely, or was it kind of the same? Was I right? Was I wrong? Was I kind of right? That's the direction we're going in. Okay, so When I Grow Up by Peter Horn. A beautiful summer day was drawing to an end. Sebastian had played with his friends all day long. They had run races with Theo the snail, spun on their shells until they were dizzy, and splashed around in cool green pools. When they were hungry, they crawled into a strawberry patch and munched on sweet red fruit until their faces were thoroughly smeared with juice. When it was time to go home, they said goodbye and went their separate ways. Sebastian snuggled down beside his father on soft grass that was still warm from the afternoon sun. Stars twinkled in the sky above them, but Sebastian didn't feel tired enough to go to sleep just yet. Do you know what I want to be when I grow up? He said. His father looked surprised. Have you decided already? Yes, said Sebastian. I want to be a fireman. I would wear a big red uniform and a shiny silver helmet. And if you had a fire, I would come and put it out for you. Oh, it's good to know you'd save us, said Father. That's not the only job I could do, said Sebastian. He was getting excited now, and his words came tumbling out. Oh, I could be a pirate. Oh dear, said his father. Pirates are horrible, terrors of the sea. Oh, don't worry, said Sebastian, nuzzling his father's nose. I would be a nice pirate, not a horrible one. I wouldn't sink any ships. what would you do? I'd sail away to desert islands, said Sebastian, and if I found any treasure, I would give it away to the poor. Oh, that would be kind of you. Or I could be a deep sea diver. How about that? I would dive right down to the bottom of the sea and have races with the fish. They must run faster than Theo the snail. I'm sure they do, said his father. Father and son gazed up at the moon, which glowed slowly like a paper lantern in the sky. Sebastian felt as if the Sandman was sending him to sleep, but he tried not to yawn. Another idea had just occurred to him, and it was so good that he had to tell his father. I could be a skydiver, Sebastian said. I'd ask a bird to carry me up into the sky, and I'd jump off his back and float down with a parachute. Then I could tell you what the world looks like from up there. I'd like that, said his father, and I think you were very brave. Now Sebastian was very, very tired. He struggled to keep his eyes open as he asked his father, "What did you want to be when you were little?" Let me think, said his father. He looked fondly at Sebastian. I always wanted to be a father, he said. I hoped I'd have a son who would make me proud, whatever he did, as proud as I am of you. Father Turtle gently stroked his son's back. Sebastian gave a happy sigh and tucked his head snugly inside of his shell, ready for sleep. And I'd like to grow up to be just like you, he murmured drowsily. As the warm night wind carried Sebastian's words away across the meadow, he was already fast asleep. The end. I love that story. We've been encouraging our friends to aim high. You can do anything you set your mind to, but it takes some effort, that things don't just kind of fall into your lap. You got to put out a whole lot of effort to make things happen. Whether it's making your day a good day or not, whether it's putting forth your best effort on your work, we make choices every day. And those choices that we make every day affect how easy or how difficult it's going to be to achieve the goals that we have in life. So now that the story is finished, maybe you guys could answer my wand questions. Tell me, what was your favorite part? Who was your favorite character? Sorry, I got those confused. What is the story about? How did the story end? What do you think will happen next? And then, who was in the story? Okay, guys, I will see you soon. Have a great day. Bye.